Witaj ponownie. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. Dzień dobry. So today we are heading to aliens in Poland. Okay, I don't understand why they gave themselves this name. Okay, but I'm gonna be checking out this video together. It says racism. Okay, in Poland, foreigners revealed their shocking story. So we're gonna be checking this out together. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm gonna be leaving the link of this video in my description box to where you check it out. Oh god. Becoming forgetful. All right, let's dive into today's video.
That was PG. 11 years.
Look, Poland is an amazing country, but just like anywhere else, not everyone has the same experiences living here. So today we're going to dive into a very important but sensitive topic, racism in Poland.
We talk to foreigners living in Poland to hear their real-life experiences, both good and bad.
We're going to start with the preview of these stories, but please remember to watch the full stories before making any conclusions or comments.
Please remember to subscribe to our channel. We're new to YouTube and that will help us to bring you new, exciting videos every week.
Awesome, now let's get started.
As a black, Muslim, Arab, Sudanese in Poland.
We have been beaten up 2006, 2007.
I'm not from the Middle East. I'm from Mexico. Call me Taco. I don't know.
One Polish young guy, he says, my chapati friend.
I went very often to the celebration for Poland's independence.
If you're telling me to go to a different country, this is my country.
I'm a black American, so racism follows me everywhere.
We have to remember that as foreigners were visitors to this country.
Last year I was stopped here in my restaurant.
Could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tamara Malcolm. I am from Panama, and now I live in Warsaw.
My name is Kandaka Dua. I am from Sudan and I've been living in Krakow.
Hello, my name is Edmond. I'm from Nigeria. I live here in Warsaw, Poland for now 17, probably going to 18 years.
My name is Rose.
Wow.
I'm from Bangladesh. However, I was born and raised here in Warsaw.
So can you say something in Polish?
Sure.
So she's-
Cześć, nazywam się Rose. Możecie też mówić na mnie Róża. Urodziłam się tutaj w Warszawie, no i kocham Warszawę, kocham Polskę, piękny kraj.
My name is Sean. I am from Zimbabwe. My first city was Lublin. I then moved to Warsaw like a few months back.
I'm David from Mexico City. I've been living in Poland for 11 years.
My name is Kashif Shahid. I'm from Pakistan. I've been here in Poland for almost like 3 years.
My name is Deidre. I'm from the U.S., South Carolina specifically. I am African American, but I prefer Black American.
Why did you move to Poland?
Well, because it was cheap to study, yeah. That was the main reason. But it's also a pretty safe country as it stands. So those two factors pushed me to come here.
The choice was more about work. I was offered a position to teach English here, and it was the best move that I could have made.
I'm doing business, African restaurant. I live here and I like it.
Why Poland? Well, initially I came for a visit. I fell in love with Krakow. It really stole my heart. The architecture, the culture, the food, the people, which is a surprising thing for a lot of foreigners.
foreign.
But the people,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm doing PhD and Politechnika Gdańska.
My Polish wife, we met in Paris when we were studying together 13 years ago. We were doing our Erasmus there.
For love. I think most of my friends came here for love. And I teach English online.
What part of your personality feels Polish and what part feels Bangladeshi?
When it comes to music, dance, dressing up, I lean towards more the Bangladeshi culture. And Polish, I would say I'm much more open-minded. I kind of view the world in a different way than Bangladeshis would.
Have you experienced any racism in Poland?
As a black, Muslim, Arab, Sudanese in Poland,
It's like all max discrimination levels here.
I can easily say that it's the safest place I have ever felt.
Mic drop.
Wow.
Yeah.
I almost dropped it. I was like,
Being a Sudanese, being a black person in Poland is a special experience. Before I came here, a lot of my friends warned me not to come. It's known for Poland or Polish people to be racist. Thankfully, I didn't listen to anyone because I do not think that this is racism. It's just there aren't many black people in Poland in general.
like curious.
Yes, the hair, the color, it looks different. Once you get this understanding of the mentality, you see Poland in a different way. Honestly, I have experienced way more racism in the Middle East compared to here, which is sad to say.
Wow.
We have to understand that racism is you feeling unsafe, people attacking you, pointing at you, calling you names. Curiosity is literally staring at you because you're foreign. Nope. Racism, my experience, Zero.
So you had a
Wow.
prejudice about Poland that it's quite going to be racist. Now that you're here for some time, what do you have to say to that?
It's unfair judgment of the world to Poland, to be fully honest. Very funny situations when I have photo shoots in the streets. The older people are the ones who stop by and then say things in Polish. We
Compliment
wish we
you.
were here when we were younger to meet you.
Aww.
And it's beautiful. I did not expect this at all. So instead of attacks and racism, I'm actually
Getting
Selfies?
compliments.
yes.
You said you came in 2005, and at that time, I assume there were not many foreigners.
Her explanation is mind blowing. Okay, like it soothes the heart. All right. I always say, don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I used to hear that is it Slavic countries, Poland, Czech, all these countries, Slovakia and the rest country, all these their neighboring country, they are full of racism and the rest. Like I feel every country is racism. Like racism is everywhere, but you don't need to just judge because you hear say and you've not been to that country, and because you hear say you now conclude that those people are racist. Like it's not nice. So I love the answer she gave. Like she said she felt safe, she's feeling safe in a country. When you see this kind of racism is when you are not safe, but when you're in a country where you feel safe, like that's the best for me. Okay, when I am in a country where I feel safe about myself, okay, like that's the best. All right guys, let's hear what the Nigerian guy is going to say.
Less Africans. What was it like that time? Did you have any different experiences?
Being black in Poland is a terrible situation and a terrible story to tell. I wouldn't lie to you. We were being beaten up in 2006, 2007 in the
Why?
streets, going back from
Why?
club or maybe going back from work.
Wow.
So many things have occurred here in Poland, most of them that are not civilized. Let me just put it this way, because when you're civilized, you know that everybody is the same. It's not about just about color of skin. You have to relate, accept, and adapt with other foreigners. So it was so hard for us, but we're still living here because we can't resist. We can't give up being black. So Poland still have a long way to go with the color of skin.
Compared to when you came versus where you are now, is there still some incidents that happen now, or is it
Yes,
different?
there are still a lot of them. Last year I was stopped here in my restaurant here. They came here, some eat food, finished eating food. He said that the food was nonsense. He said he wouldn't pay. He removed jackknife, wanted to stab me. I put my hand, he caught my hand. I fought with his hand to grab the knife out of his hand. I reported to the police. Since then till now, they haven't done anything. It's like it was me that stabbed the Polish person. 24 hours, they will get me. So that's what I say, that there are still a long way to go with racism, because I see nothing wrong when a foreigner lives in a country where he contributes. He should be protected. We have so many issues with me, with my family, with my friends, that we can't even say about because nobody to speak for you. So we are doing our best to see how we can be able to curtail the crime rate of brutal attack from the foreigners living in Poland. It's not just only here in Poland, everywhere, but we that live here, we have the ones that we can share and the ones that we cannot share, so that it will not be like you're criticizing publicly the country that you live in. Yeah. So racism is still in Poland. I wouldn't hide it. A lot of fights, a lot of nicknames they are calling us. Still, we stay. Tarina, Mujinek, Bambo, Monkey. And we don't get it offended. You have to keep your head up. So.
And how do you react to people when people are racist towards you? Do you understand what they're saying?
Yes, I speak Polish. I understand what they say. I ignore them because ignorance makes them look stupid. When they abuse you, that shows no sign of maturity or respect, or they have not been abroad to know how to mingle or deal with foreigners. The best way to treat it is to ignore and move further and do your best to be better than who you are. That's what we do, and that's what I'm doing as well.
Very well said. Have you experienced any racism in Poland?
Unfortunately,
Wow.
yes. And I think many foreigners,
Wow.
this is the sad part about Poland, have brown skin, you're more probable that you will experience racism. It's sad because of some people, all the beautiful
Wow,
things that
what a
Poland
story.
offers, and then specific people like just to ruin it for everyone.
Do you mind like expressing some of the
No worries.
examples?
I play football. They tell you like dark skin, like chapata. I'm not chapata. I'm not from the Middle East. I'm from Mexico. Call me taco. I don't know if you want to insult me. The worst thing is that I was in a bar with my wife and a couple of Latino friends, and there are two Polish guys drinking. They told them,
Chapata. It's not
why did you
chapati.
betray your race? Why are you with brown people? You have us like white people.
They said that to your Polish wife.
They were talking to my Polish wife in Polish. This guy didn't know that I spoke Polish. Physical aggression, just like some pushes, nothing else, fortunately. But yeah, I've read and I know from friends that they experience something worse. That's just a
Racism is everywhere, even here in Africa. Okay, if a black girl is with a white man, the black brothers will still criticize the black girl for being with a white man. So just like this guy's experience about the Polish people telling the wife that why are you with a brown man, you're supposed to be with our fellow Polish people. It's everywhere. So I feel it's just ignorance. Like ignorance is just something that the world needs to change. Like our mindset needs to be changed about ignorance. Okay, all right guys, let's head back.
part about Poland.
How do you deal with such a situation?
2 versus 2, that's fine because you can confront. I confronted them, right? Like, what's your problem? In another situation, when you are 10 against 1, you cannot do anything. That's sad. They teach you in school, just make yourself a little ball and just wait for it to happen.
Have you received any comments online as well?
Of course, man, with my vlog. You can make 1,000 posts about how Poland is beautiful, how amazing is Poland. Since the moment you say, I don't like this about Poland because this, oh my God, online trolls come to you and insult you. It's like, if you don't like, go back to your country. No one forced you to live in Poland. But yeah, in person, no, just take of yourself, guys. It's like Poland is safe generally. It might happen, but not only in Poland, all over the world, even in Mexico, a lot of racism. There are some people in Mexico that I'm like, Jesus Christ, why?
I hope there's be a fight between those Mexican people from the cartel and those Polish
that would be interesting.
Polish racists like together. I would watch that YouTube video.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't want to generalize. Poland is racist. No, some people are racist. Most of the people are really cool and they like if you try to adapt.
I don't think I have faced any racism in Poland. I know people have had their experiences, but that has not been my experience here. Poland has a different experience with like colonialism. They didn't really have any colonies.
But that also gives it a different dynamic in the sense that Polish people have not had that experience meeting different kinds of races and ethnicities. So when they do meet someone here, probably it's also for some people it's the first time.
Yes. It is a first time experience for them. For me, that's been positive. People are curious and there's nothing wrong with curiosity. There may be a language barrier. They may not communicate their questions exactly, but I haven't felt any hostility towards me.
I'm glad to know that.
Yeah. People have asked me, oh, maybe because you don't understand Polish. I've had friends with me that are Polish or boyfriends, and we've gone to small towns and we could hear things being said. And I said, be honest, to tell me, what did they say? And he's like, they were saying positive things, and I'm so shocked. We were in Bieszczady. All these people wanting to come take pictures with me and all of this. It's just been positive experiences. Curiosity, there's nothing wrong with that. If people go back in Poland's history, this was a very big melting pot. You had a lot of religions here. The times where I've seen negativity, it was situations where I think people who've experienced some racism in other places, and they automatically thought that's what Polish people would do or say or think. How can you attack someone for what you think they are thinking? You don't know. One particular experience was I went very often to the celebration for Poland's independence. It was an eye-opener because so many people had told me one thing, and then when I went to one of the marches that they had here in the city, I experienced something completely different.
You saw that thing.
You have to experience it for yourself. Like, for example, many of my students were telling me things that they heard from other people. And then none of them had been to this event. No, I've never been. I didn't go because my parents said, or this person said, don't go. I went, I experienced it firsthand.
Like, there's always misconception about a particular country, okay? So you hear this country is racist, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And when you go there, you see that it's a different ballgame entirely. That's why I always say, don't judge a book by its cover. Like a book, the cover of a book can be very, very hideous. But when you read the book, you see the book is very, very interesting. So just as how some of them had a bad feeling about racism in Poland, some of them had a good that they didn't experience racism in Poland, okay? That's how it is in other countries as well. So, loves, let's head back.
And it was a good experience for me.
I probably have experienced it more often than I know, but I don't know what anyone's saying, so I don't care. Because that's my philosophy. If I don't know what you're saying, then you're not talking to me. I was out with one friend one time. She speaks Polish. A guy said Poland is for Polish people. I was like, oh girl, I didn't understand him, so he wasn't talking to me. I was just going to keep walking.
Would you say you are as comfortable in your skin in Poland as you were in the US?
Sure. I'm a Black American, so racism follows me everywhere. So it's okay. I'm cool with it. Like, It's no
Wow.
big. It's a big deal, but it's not like something that's going to be like, oh my gosh, my experience is so bad, because I feel like life is what you make it.
Quote that, quote that. Put
That's
it on a
somebody's
t-shirt.
quote somewhere, you know?
Is there something that surprises you about Poland once in a while?
Poland
Yeah.
has progressed a lot throughout
Nice
the
quotes.
years. So sometimes you kind of meet people who make comments that you would not really expect nowadays to hear, especially with so many foreigners around.
For example?
I would walk down the street sometimes and I would have people say to me, go back to Pakistan.
Not
And
even the right country.
I am not even from Pakistan, or they would just assume that I have a bomb
Wow.
in my bag. I mean, they did make comments like, that I
Wow.
only eat chapatis. And I'm like, that's the only bread, There are so many others.
How do you deal with such a situation when people come and talk to you, especially that you're Polish?
No one usually directly comes and says this to me. They will walk by and make a comment. I would just go and catch them and be like, hey, I'm Polish. And I start talking to them in Polish. That just throws them off and they end up apologizing to me.
That must be such a shock to them, right?
Just takes everyone back, like, oh, okay, so she's Polish, she's from Warsaw, like she's ours.
Oh, that
I
was a
don't want
shock.
people who are foreigners and maybe they don't know how to speak much, but at least I want to change that mindset for other bystanders. That
You're a warrior for the foreigners like us in Poland.
I try to represent foreigners in Poland because I know how tough it is.
If we need a union against racist people over here, we can hire her as the CEO or the ambassador.
Ambassador.
I just want to ask you one thing. So you were growing up in Poland, right? Do you feel like you were accepted culturally in Poland? Or maybe because of your skin color, people always had questioning you?
Obviously, growing up, there was not that big of a population of foreigners in Poland. I would get looks, I would get comments, and then I would just introduce that I was born in here. So if you're telling me to go to a different country, this is my country. This land is yours, so is mine.
If someone comes and tells me, like, go back to India, I would be like, can you buy me a ticket? I really want to go and visit my family. Maybe helpful. Like, please, I want to go back. I'll come back though, but like, just buy me a ticket.
That's actually a good answer, to be honest. But then for me, I don't have that answer. For me, I am from Poland, so I don't really have anywhere to go back to.
Personally, I would say I face racism mostly from the drunk people, even in the tram, like, or even if you go to the coastal side. One day I was going out with my friend, and one Polish young guy, like close to our university, he says, my chapati friend. First, I was thinking like somebody like invited this Polish guy for a dinner or lunch and make chapati for him.
Why are they
This
calling
one,
them
he just thinking
chapati? Is it all your black,
You know
all
what?
your foreigners are
Racists are
chapati?
polite. Is that what you're saying? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so.
Of course, I would say like racism, I face it here. Not only one time, 3, 4, 5 times.
How do you deal with racism?
If he is drunk, what you will do? You will be just ignore that person because you are living here as an immigrant. You are from outside. Yeah, there are good people everywhere. There are bad people everywhere. So,
But did anybody get physical?
no, never anybody become physical.
Well, for me personally, I haven't faced any racism. Only one, this like really drunk guy. I mean, he was probably having a hard time in his life. I didn't take it personal as like he's more on him rather than on me.
So would you say you're well received in Poland as a foreigner?
Generally, I've been well received, but as in every country, there is a bit of xenophobia. They are protective of their country and their culture.
Do you think the perception of Polish people when it comes to foreigners is changing?
Slowly changing. I've also had the advantage of also going to Polish villages where there's probably in the 2,000-year history of that village, they've never seen a black man. So I've had that opportunity where you see kids on windows literally
Wow.
shocked, especially the younger people. They're really excited to meet black or African people. And the older people,
Shocked.
it's either they're afraid because it's very new to them. Imagine if you're like 75 years old to
Wow.
see a black man for the first time in your life. That would be loud. That would be like terrifying. They are distancing from, let's say, people from other races or other cultures. It's not from a place
Terrifying.
of racism, but from a place of natural ignorance that they do not actually know or understand other people from other countries. Some really like to
Natural
learn and have traveled
ignorance.
to Africa. Some just accept and just see you as another human being from another country rather than an alien or something like that. So,
Which is fine.
which is fine, you know. I'm not here to be liked.
Another
I'm here
alien.
to just be accepted and to be seen as a normal inhabitant of the country. I mean, I feel really accepted. We have to remember that as foreigners, we're visitors to this country. And when you're a visitor, you do not copy and paste your culture to other people. You respect what's similar between your cultures
Yeah.
and then you accept the differences. I always see myself as a visitor.
True.
With that comes a humility that allows me to make friends with Polish people.
The
They understand
differences.
that, oh, he's actually making an effort to learn Polish. He's respecting our culture. He's respecting our manners. Imagine if someone came to your country and They just want to speak English. They just really want the money they can make in your country. So if I put my brain into the brain of Polish people, it's easier for me to understand and to be accepted in the community.
Wow, those were some very interesting stories, wasn't it? What do you think about these experiences our guests shared today?
Have you or
Nice
someone
answer.
you know faced similar situations?
It's
Let's
very
continue the
interesting story.
conversation in the comment section.
If you found this video insightful,
Story, shocking story. Okay, some did not experience, some did experience. Okay, like yo, this is quite interesting to watch. Let me know about your own thoughts in the comment section. If you're a foreigner living in Poland, have you experienced racism before? Let me know in the comment section. As I said earlier on, I feel racism is everywhere. Okay, so even if you are in another country, you also experience racism. Okay, I have experienced in the fact that even me in my own country, okay, I have experienced other black people being racist towards me. Why? Because I am with a white man. So it's all racism. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, share beautiful comment, and I'll see you all my besties in my next one. Jackie M, the Bizinia. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.